Hey guys, let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm gonna scroll up and say hi to everybody right now, and happy holidays too. We're gonna have a couple of these holiday ones, and I think the official Christmas live stream party or holiday party is gonna be next week. So, because I still gotta get my ugly Christmas sweater. So let's see here. We have Richard, of course, JD. Wednesday Davis, thank you for joining us. Jackie's, I'm just gonna call you Jackie. Yeah, Jackie. State of the Art, of course. I Morris, Halder, John Brown, hello. Cleaver, what's up? Hello, Stefan, thank you for joining us as always. Odd One Cafe, hello. Last Man Walking, hello. Arthur, what's up, Arthur? Jacob, thank you guys for joining me. Hello from Texas, hello, Jules. So, we're gonna do something a little different today with the live stream because I gotta start working on these pages, and this last week I had to work on my friend's variant cover, so, oh, is this on automatic? 1 second. So I wasn't able to work on my comic book, so today's the official first day that I'm actually even doing anything. And so my friend's cover is supposed to be the last thing I work on for the rest of the year, besides this and some commissions for the convention in February. So hello, Captain Robert. Thank you so much, Gala. So I want to show you guys this tree, but how would I do that? Because my wiring is kind of short. So actually, I could probably use this one right here. So I actually was too cheap to get real ornaments. So half of the ornaments are origami pieces that I made. So and I also have a special little ornament that I want to show you guys too. So see here. All right. This isn't gonna be bad at all. This is always the problem, and I have to do it upside down. Okay, here we go. So I think you could kind of see it now. Yeah, it's like backwards. It's yeah, it's origami. Anyways, so I got like an ornament that I think you guys are gonna really appreciate. I was eyeing that thing for 2 weeks, and I was so happy I found it. It was like fate. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so in this little bag, we have a special ornament, and I think you guys are really gonna appreciate this. If you know, you know. So look what this is, you guys. We have a Bob Ross ornament. You knew it, Cleaver? I was, shopping, and there was a tree, and I don't know why in the back of my mind, I'm like, what if there was a Bob Ross Christmas tree ornament on this tree? And lo and behold, I see it, and I don't know, I couldn't have been any happier, and I was like, I gotta buy this thing. So we have Bob Ross, you guys. Okay, JD, awesome. Well, have a great dinner. Thank you for stopping by, and I'm sure we'll see you next week. So I guess I'm gonna put this up right before you leave, JD. It's a heavy ornament, so let's see right there. Oh yeah, oh Bobby, oh no. Okay, we're gonna have to move this one. Put this right here. Okay. Bob is now officially part of the tree. Thank you so much, JD. Well, have a great dinner, for sure. Happy tree. Yep. So, now I have a happy tree. Okie dokie. So, let's get started. So this script, as you can see, I wrote this in 2022. It's the third draft. Technically, it's probably like the 15th draft, but this was the one that I typed up and finalized. And I told you guys, like, I changed quite a bit of stuff, which, you know, I feel like the purpose of a script or a screenplay is to basically have like a foundation or a just something to go by, a guide, but not, you don't necessarily have to stick to the T with these things, you know. So oh, Richard Willis. So my tree actually has a handmade origami star. So I wish I could show it to you guys, but it's way up there, I guess. Well, yeah. Let's see. Hello, Michael. Nice of you to join us. It's to the trees. Oh wait, wrong show. Is that storyboard or is it a script? That is cool. So so this is the actual script. Let me see. Wait, let me make sure there's no spoilers. Oh wait. Okay, yeah, we'll skip that part. No, we'll skip that part too. So it's a full script. It has the panel descriptions and everything, and then it has all of the dialogue. And so this was the full script. I went and changed quite a bit of stuff in between here and there, and I might subtract a couple of pages, and that might go in like some extra content for like maybe the black and white edition or something. And so sometimes I just scribble like the layout on the side if I want to figure it out and stuff. And I do that with other people's scripts too when I'm working on it, so you can kind of see toilet paper in his nose. Okay, so this is the page I'm going to be drawing today, and that's basically a crude drawing of Shin, the younger brother. And so I'm going to work on page, I think it said 15 at one point, but now it's page 23. So, and so for the rest of the book, I'm probably gonna do an outline for the last 20 pages or so, or actually maybe not 20, last 10 pages, and just scribble things on the page so that I can get moving. And unless I'm having someone else letter it, I'm gonna have to go in there and actually type the full scripts out again for some of these pages and panels. So, yep. So these are the storyboards that I have, and as you guys can see, I didn't storyboard the whole entire thing yet, and I might be changing some stuff and adding some things. So it's just that, like I said, this is just a guideline since I'm doing it for myself. If I was working with a team, I would have to make sure that this was pretty tight, and they know exactly what's going on, because if they don't, it'd be really hard to kind of edit the script or you know, the pages and stuff like that, an issue. And if Vince was in here, he would tell you exactly how that works, because when we were working on Lola XOXO, I had to turn in full scripts so that Mark and Frank and Vince and Gabe was able to look over the script and then ask me a bunch of questions. So okie dokie, I am gonna go ahead and we're gonna lay out page. It says page 23, and then right here I have Happy's fight scene, which is with Pocky the cat right here. So you could barely see, but there is a Pocky's right here in this panel, which I've already drawn. And you see the thumbnail. I think this was the page that's in the thumbnail, and you could kind of see the, you know, why didn't I don't have it. I don't have it with me. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick thumbnail, and guess what this page is, you guys? This is the page with our arcade that we created. So this is technically the Sky Surfer Lounge scene, and that's the one that we made up for ourselves, like from the Discord and from the chat. So that's the page I'm gonna be working on today. And so let's see. And it says at the top of the script, you know, there's 6 panels. So I know that there's 6 panels. Like, I'm happy whenever someone else does that for me, because then I could pre-plan in my head how many panels I'm going to need, because sometimes there's like 8 or 9 panels like really fast sequences. So for me to lay it out effectively, and I have to read through the whole thing, I have to make sure I know how many panels are there. So this has 6 panels, and I'll put these right here. So rundown bars of lights. This is going to be this establishing shot, and this was an important scene or shot, and thank God I already kind of thumbnailed it right here, so I don't have to do it from scratch. In fact, I could probably skip this part right here and just put a thumbnail. Will you be inking this or only penciling it? Rachel, or Rochelle, I will be inking it, but not today. I doubt that I'm gonna get to the inking part today. I could probably do it next week, or yeah, I could probably ink it next week. But I would only be able to pencil and do the layouts today, I think, realistically. So put this aside, and this is Eon comic artboard. I made my own template so you could kind of see my logos on there and stuff. So I asked Brett to send me blank artboards this time without his logo on it, which they normally have the, you know, the crop marks and everything here, the bleed marks and everything. But since I have his template, I just went and made my own so that it looks customized. And oh, no worries. Thank you for asking, Rachel. I wish I could do it today. I wish I was that fast. Let's see. Some similarities to cinema scripts. Yes, there's a lot of similarities. In fact, the program I used to type out the script was Final Draft, which is what people use or screenwriters use for screenplays. So it looks pretty close. And in fact, if I ever wanted to translate this into a script for a screenplay, then all I have to do is reformat it and stuff, and it's pretty close. Hello, artist Sasuke. I'm sorry, I just saw that up there. So your name. Alrighty, so we're gonna use our T square today, and I'm gonna try to lay this out. So it says I have 4 panels. I think this is good as is, and I could probably just leave it the same. So since this is such an important establishing shot, and I want to show the bustling streets, it's going to be slightly bigger than than usual. And I think panel 2 has it's going to have maybe 2 word balloons or 4, so I'm going to need room for that. Trick with I know, and look, it's so old, like the numbers are coming off. I need to buy a new one. So okay, I'm probably gonna shrink the establishing shot just a tad bit, but actually I need all the room I could get. So yeah, panel 3 has a lot of dialogue, so I need extra room for panel 3. So that's the kind of thing that you have to be aware of. Sometimes it's really hard to try to balance the story with how much dialogue is in a scene. So it's kind of like putting together a puzzle, Tetris almost. Morris, yeah, I would love to sell some script pages. As soon as the book is out, then I'll know that there's no spoilers, and yeah, for sure. I could even print a few of them out. So panel 3 needs extra room for dialogue. Might need to just get rid of this. That way I could move my paper around a lot easier. So Echo, I have an idea for a channel on Discord server. Since we've already had one for film, it would be cool to get one similar, one for TV series, or integrate TV into like the film and animation channel. Okay, yeah, I was thinking about that. I wasn't sure if that was something that we could put in the same thing, so I could probably add that to the title of the Discord. So panel 4 and 5 can be a book of its own. Billy Tushy did this once with a screenplay. Ooh, okay. And maybe include the thumbnails too, so you guys see how I translate it. That we could do that too, and some notes and all that, because I handwrite a lot of the how my script is going to turn out, so I could have the handwritten version versus the script and the thumbnails. That would be cool. Can you design the speech bubbles to size and then draw around them? Design the speech bubbles to size and draw around them. Yeah, that's what I do sometimes. You know what? Let me pull out that page I was talking about. If I have it in here. So let's see. I'll just bring it over here. Let me make sure. So how many of you guys are on the Discord right now, channel so far? Because I know most of you are, for sure. Don't see. What is it? Okay, there's so many pages in here, which is good. That means we've drawn some stuff already for the comic book. Dang. And there's some pages I want to redraw because they're such important pages. This right here. So yeah, I could actually do that right now. Let's just do one example. So for panel 2, it looks like the word balloons are going to go above their heads, and it's more of a vertical panel. I'm Menace on Discord. Awesome, Morris. I am. Sweet. It's really cool to see all of your guys' posts on the Discord. It feels cozy, kind of like going into a arcade slash bar slash comic book shop, like what I'm going to be drawing pretty shortly here. Okay, so this one, there's going to be 4, panel 2, okay. So we're gonna have to try to fit all this dialogue right up here. And so, let's see if I could. I'm just gonna kind of rough it in, knowing that they're gonna go up there. And then, let's see, interior Saint is wiping off some blood from Shin's face. Can we from happy scuffle and beach? So Shin would have to be on the left side, and then Saint would be on the right side. But we want to see his bloody nose, so it might be slightly over the shoulder for Saint. Let me switch pencils. You like my D-square? It's so nice and translucent. I think I need to buy a new one so I can see the numbers. Awesome. So I will go back and check who you guys are on Discord so that I can match the two every time you're talking here. Then I know who you are over there. But I mean, if you don't want to, dox yourself, then by all means, don't worry about it. Sean's at work watching the stream. Hey, that's awesome. Okay, so over the shoulder. I'm just gonna rough these in lightly right now because I want to make sure that there's varying sizes for each panel, so it's not the same medium shot or whatever, because I used to be pretty guilty of that until my editors told me like, oh, you gotta vary up the shots a little bit when I was doing the DC workshop. And sweet. Okay, and then this is gonna be initially I was gonna have this bar on the ground level kind of, but then after talking to you guys, I think it'd be funnier if it was in the sky, so a sky lounge, you know. So let's see here. My trusty carpenter pencil. Michelle, yeah. This is the joke. This is the funny thing. This is a Home Depot carpenter pencil, and it makes such big, thick lines that it's good for layouts. It makes it so that I focus only on the big shapes and not like all the fine details until I get to the, putting all the detail onto the pencil work layout. See, it makes really nice straight lines because it's so thick. I mean, you could do it here, but it feels a little wobbly compared to this pencil. It just gets you somewhere quicker. So it's gonna say the name of the bar. Well, I kind of want, yeah, because there's gonna be a caption here. So here's the caption. It's gonna go right here. Sorry. Here's where the caption box is gonna go, and it's gonna say, I don't know, it's like Sky Surfer Lounge, whatever. So that's where that's gonna go, and then or maybe I don't even need the name of that, because if I actually drew the name of the bar in there, you wouldn't need me to have a caption. So we're gonna disregard the caption. So maybe the name of the bar is right here. Because I don't want to be too close to the edge. And this is, you see where the guide is right here. So I gotta move that down a little bit. And so I think this shot's a little too tight, so I want the vanishing point to be closer to the edge so that we could get a better vantage of all the stuff that's happening here. So maybe right here. So that's my vanishing point. I might move it, but I think it's gonna be good right there. Do I want that there? Or do I want that more here? Well, maybe I like that right there. Oh, cool. Echo, he's doing a live stream. I'm going to have to check that out. I should know because I'm on his Discord. I haven't checked in a couple days. so maybe we'll keep that. Okay, so I think that's gonna give us enough to work with for the establishing shot. And there's gonna be floating dialogue, maybe through the window, bathroom window or something. So that's probably gonna go around here somewhere. Echo, I basically joined his Discord around the same time I made my own, since I finally got Discord on my computer again. So I was like, oh, I'll just join Jim Lee and find whoever else I could join, like my buddy's Ink Pulp podcast Discord. I could join that as well. So. Okay, so third panel is gonna be two talking heads. Okay, wait a minute. Smart. Shun. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to switch. So he's gonna be talking a lot right here. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. So this is gonna be the back of Saint's head, and then look at my. It's under the discretion of the mods. Oh, Echoes. Hey, you know what? By all means, the mod that's from my Discord is also in the chat, and you could go ahead and post it. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I want everybody to be able to promote what they do for sure. And I think the only thing that I think it's a standard rule is like more like advertising stuff. But in terms of like promoting your own Discord or your own websites and stuff, I don't see why not. You know. Look at his face. He's supposed to have a sarcastic look, but I'm just gonna stick this here for now so that we just have the proportions down. Normally I'm a little bit more slow, methodical when I'm doing these, but since I'm doing it live, I'm trying to get as far with these pages as possible, or this page as possible, you know, so. So these are like chicken scratches just to get from point A to point B. So word balloons, and then we got Saint's head right here, the back of his head, and then maybe push this. We could push this panel a little bit further back as well, maybe even further, just so we could get a sense of the bathroom, the bar's bathroom, and then vary up the shots a little bit. We don't want too many medium shots or medium close-ups, so. Thank you so much. Is it Guy Dorians? Guy Dorian. Okay, what are we doing here? We got 2 small panels right here, 4 and 5. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this camera a little bit. This is too close to my microphone. More. Yes, this is a 11 by 17 guy. See, I'm glad I'm glad this is as rough as it is, because I look, panel 6 has how much dialogue? Okay, so I think we could make panel 6 even smaller, and 4 and 5 would go right here. Wait. Small panel, same. Okay. So see, so the fact that I had to add those 2 panels, 4 and 5, I have to now move his head. So Seabird, Firebird, awesome. Yeah, it never gets old watching other people draw, for sure. I love it. That's why I join other people's channels and I just leave them streaming. And sometimes, I think was it last week or the week before, David Finch was streaming, and I was watching that. That was amazing. Okay. See, I'm readjusting this page in real time right now. After you put it together, you're like, okay, that's not gonna work as well. And you know, enough time has passed where I kind of see how to maybe rework something so it works more efficiently and effectively. So, okay, we'll stick with that for now. And then he's gonna have a lot of dialogue right here. Maybe right there. Word balloon probably right here. Okay, so that might work. 4 and 5. No, that won't work right there. So, because it has to read. And there's a mirror behind him, so maybe in the mirror we could see Saint's face. So use that to my advantage. So there's the bathroom mirror. Ian, 36, professional comic artist, started in 19. The guy's Lewis Simonson. Nice, Guy Dorian. So you're the real deal. Oh my god. So Guy, you must have heard us talking about not finishing our 3D assignments and finals the way it should be done. Those programs are so impossible to use. back in the day. Now it's just like super easy. Festive greetings to you and follow. Thanks for your videos, learning steps inside World of Comics. I've learned something. Hope you are well. Cheers. Oh, thank you, Shane. I'm Morris. You could go under art, and the one for self promo. So there's the art channel, and then you could do the self promo channel. You could do both actually, Morris. I'm still trying to figure out how I guess you could, if you have links to your own stuff, you could probably put in the art section if it's your own thing, and then self promo is exclusively just for that, so that that way people know exactly where to go for that. So if you wanted to do it in the art channel, I don't see why not. At this point, it just makes more sense to have your art and then also a link to your stuff, I guess. So yeah, I think that should be fine. I have to redo the rules so that it says it in the rules and it's not so confusing. So we're still working out the kinks and trying to figure everything out, since it's technically like a week old now, you guys, the Discord. Oh yeah, Frank Cho is amazing too, and he has his own channel. So panel 4, small panel now. Saint rolls his eyes. Small panel, same as panel 4, only now Saint looks a bit uncomfortable. Okay. All right. So somehow I have to make these panels exactly the same, except different. Oh, Echo, no, I don't know who that is. Amazing. Yeah, Jones, if you guys want a critique channel, I'll call it the art feedback, or feedback channel, right? Or what's the easiest way? Because art critique, yeah, that's too long. Art, so feedback. What do you guys think? Well, what should we call the critique / feedback? Because sometimes we don't want critiques, they just want feedback on something, like they have a question more than they do, oh, please tell me what I could do better. So what ink with the pen? Have you ever made a mess with ink? Jackie, I make messes with ink all the time. And sometimes I use dip pen and ink, but I tend to like using brushes more just because I like the fluidity. And if I wanted like straight lines, I tend to just use multi-liners because I'm lazy to pull out I've spilt plenty of ink before, so I've learned my lesson about that. Feedback, okay. Feedback / critique. Okay. Art trash channel. That's funny. Crits and feeds. Because I want it to be interesting, but I don't want it to be, because okay, here's my hang up with the word critique, is sometimes people don't want to be critiqued, they just want you to give them feedback on stuff, and it just, because I don't like criticizing someone for something as much as just feedback on my perspective on something. So I think feedback is a better word to use, but critique is something that people are used to, and I don't want people to get confused. So yeah, it's an interesting way to go about it, you know. Because I want people to be, constructive feedback. How about that? Constructive feedback. It's such a long word though. Oh my gosh, so long-winded. Feedback. Okay, feedback. How about art feedback? That way we know it's art and feedback. And then it's like, oh, okay, it's not just feedback like you guys telling me that my Discord channel sucks or something. Art feedback. Alrighty, will do. Certain face. See, I'm trying to make sure the face sizes are not all too similar in all these panels. So I'm reworking it a little bit. I guess when I did the miniature thumbnail, it was super duper rough. Panel 6, 2 shots. Standing right in front of thing. Almost. Look at this cheesy line right here. I might keep it. I don't know. It's gonna work. You're no saint. Oh my gosh. That's what's fun about this. Like I could go when I start to letter it, or someone else letters it. We could read it back and see if it's it's good or not. And if it's not, then we get to change it, as long as it doesn't really change the story. But I try to make it so whatever I write, or whatever the scene is, that I can't just destroy my story just by changing one or two things of dialogue. You could also fix it too. It's like when we were doing Rockefellers, we found better ways to interpret something, or I drew something and it wasn't like what they intended. They fixed it in dialogue and we were able to make it work. So, there's no one streamlined way of doing something. Sometimes it's fun just to use it like building blocks and then move things around and stuff like that. So, alrighty. So all you see is circles right here. More balloon. He's getting in his face, so I want to make sure I leave enough room for the balloons above their heads and not get it mixed in here. So oh wait, his hair's not supposed to look like that right now. So this is before Saint has his top hair, and it's just like down to the side more. And he's just dressed in like a normal hoodie for the most part. And he still has his backpack, I think. Yeah. Okay. I think now normally I'd sit back and look at these panels to make sure that the size of everything and scale is where I want it to be, and there's flow to it. So maybe the window's right here. So we're gonna kind of peep through the bathroom window for the bar, and then we want the eyes to be drawn from maybe the bar sign to the window itself. So I'm going to put the sign, oops, sorry. I'm going to put the sign right here maybe. And I don't know if I want it to be, maybe I don't need it to be vertical. Let's just make it horizontal. Bar sign. So the window's right here, and the two brothers will be in here. You could kind of see through it. And you get the word balloons right here. And so I'm going to try to directionally draw things to point to this word balloon in this panel here. So everything is pushing towards panel 2 for the, to readability. Or maybe right here. And we want to kind of show that it's floating in the air, I think. Maybe. We'll see. So maybe you have flying cars down here. I don't know. Or maybe the establishment ends like right here. And then we could have buildings in the back and some flying cars. So just a little extra, I think, somewhere just to to establish the setting. So I don't know, I didn't design this yet, but I just know this is the angle that I want. So all right, let's draw some faces here. Oh, Junkum, thank you for joining us. No problem, you're not late at all. I wasn't really doing much of anything. It was just, I was doing chicken scratches for 49 minutes. Okay. Jim Lee's on Twitch, I think, right? Is this a special type of paper in this draft stage? So this is going to be the final page that I'm going to be inking on. So this is a comic art board. It's a bristle board, and I think it's, I don't remember, I think it's 120-pound paper, plated. And it's from Eon. So yeah, it's pretty thick. Not super thick, but thick enough where it could withstand all my erasing and inking, basically. Okie dokie, guys. Now that I made a big mess, let's try to draw his face. So, what is he doing? 1, 2, 3. Do I want to use this pencil? Faces come last. Yeah, usually, but not today. Today, since we're just penciling and I don't have to be worried about inking it and making it look funny, I could actually start faces sooner. So not my usual running away from it. And see, this is such a short pencil. I'm using my pencil extender today. So, man, you guys are chatting up here. I'm missing so much stuff. I'm sorry. John T can't sneak out. No, I know he's watching the soccer game. Actually, I don't know if it's still on right now. It's forgot which game it is. A championship, I guess, maybe, in Miami. So I kind of want to use my mechanical pencil right now, or just maybe go a little longer with this one. See, and he's gonna have toilet paper in his nose because you know, he got into that fight. Remember the first few pages that I was drawing on this live stream? He got into the fight with that really big guy with the and we gave him like a happy face vampire tattoo because John drew on my page. I think I'll put the toilet paper in last because it looks funny right now. So he has one eyebrow up and he's I think I could switch to my favorite pencil when I'm like I'm thinking really fast and I'm trying to get really cool lines and movement. For some reason, this one is my favorite. So this is the Pentel A3DX 5mm, and it works a lot better on copy paper because once I make a mark on here, it starts to streak and leave like really obvious lines. So this is where I start like switching my pencils like crazy to get that look that I'm going for. I might accidentally start making faces now because I'm trying to get his expression. We all do that, so. I don't like his nose. So Shane asked about a printer. What? It's all ink. Do you have a large scanner to digitize Photoshop? Yes. So Rachel, yes, that's correct. I use the Epson Workforce. Is it 7710 or 20? It prints and scans and it's amazing. Yeah, I'm trying to, it's gonna take a little bit to rework his face because he's just like smirking right now and he's just being sarcastic. And here I go again. I'm switching pencils. And sometimes I like to not use an extender because I want my hands, sometimes I pencil like this, so that it's closer to the page and it gives me the lines that I want. So what angle was his hair? Try to keep this pretty consistent. So I got my other pages right here. Okay, in fact, since I have it right here, I'll show you this. Remember when he got punched in the face? So so we're following up from all of his pain right here, and because I didn't want to get like channel strike and stuff, I you know, there's no bloody nose and all that stuff, so he's pretty beat up at this point. But when I color it, you're gonna see it in the comic book, he's gonna have a bloody nose. Thank you so much, Guy. But I could put scratches on his face so you knew that he was getting into a brawl. So his hair is going this way. Oh yeah, I remember I was telling you guys about the smiley face and vampire that John drew, and I turned it into his tattoo. So I inked it, and it's gonna be to commemorate that silly conversation we all had. I think it was the first 2 streams I had or something. Oh, I hope you get better, Rachel. Yeah, I'm paranoid about like slipping on the snow and ice around here, so because of my arm, my drawing arm, so I'm a lot more I look like a mannequin walking down the street, and one of our neighbors is like, you walking around okay over there? Because I'm stiff and I'm afraid to slide and break or just mess up my drawing hand and stuff. So Comics for Life, you ink, generally speaking, ink over the original pencils. I mean, Jim Lee could tell you that, like, once Scott goes over his pencils, he's like, so is that technically Jim's page or Scott's page at that point, since they erase all of the pencil marks? So yeah, it's an interesting thing. Once in a while though, I'll scan the pencils in because I need the pencils, and just in case I mess up and it's like a really important page or cover, so I will sometimes ink and color over the photocopy. So all the word balloons are going to go over here, and he's got like 4, I think. So I'm just being very careful. And then, since this is the mirror behind him, that way we could show Saint. So if he's angled this way, maybe the mirror is going to be like right here. Let me show maybe the back of his ear. so that you know it's a mirror. I don't know, we'll just rough that in for now. And here I'll show you guys another one of my favorite rulers. So this one I modded because there were times when I'd want to do lines, and whenever I did and I would move my ruler, it'd go like, it would cause streaks on the page and stuff. So when I do it this way, you could kind of see like there's a gap, so when I so there is a gap, there's like enough there where when I do ink it, it's raised, and so the pen never really touches the ruler, the bottom part of the ruler. So yeah, that's my workaround for being sloppy sometimes. And this is not the nicest bathroom. I mean, I want it to be kind of a little run down. So I'm gonna have to figure out what kind of lights I want overhead. Of maybe one of those lights where the light switches that has like a bulb or something. I just put it here. I'm probably gonna move it later just to indicate that this is supposed to be a bathroom mirror. And so, and this is where we figure out lighting. So if, let's just say the window for the bar is over here, so this is where the window would be. There would be some bounce light from the outside where it's probably going to be neon, so maybe pink and stuff like that, and it's going to be a little bit more faint than this one. So the main light source is going to be right here, and the window will be right here. So I just put window, and to indicate where the lights are going to go. So when I'm getting ready to color or ink, I would know that main light here. And so how would you do this? So the window would be coming from that side. So the light would hit Saint's face right here, and the window would be right here. Okay. So when I ink, the shadow from his chin would probably be towards the middle. So oh, awesome. You know, Rachel, that's, I think being determined to tell those stories is what keeps you going, for sure. Because for me, it's because I wanted to tell the story so bad that I'm just like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. So you know, your determination actually helps you heal and make all these really amazing decisions. Like, you know, sometimes if I don't ever get to tell another story again, I'd be so sad. So I'm hoping that this helps build, like I said, my publishing company to a point where I could constantly tell stories and have other people tell their stories too. Okay. Juncum, yes, you're right. So the Grimm Fairy Tales Annual number 7, I think, was my first ever published interior work. Yeah, that was it. I was so thrilled and excited for it to come out. I was like, you know, it was like the start of my journey. And as soon as that happened, I'm like, okay. And that's the thing with reaching your goals and doing this for a living. It's like it's like one step at a time. As soon as one thing happens, it motivates you to just keep going further and further and further. And before you know it, you've like accumulated years and years worth of work. So right now, I think I lost track on how many Marvel covers I did. I think it's either close to 50 or about 50, maybe 48 or something like that, or 45 covers. So it's things like that. Like I don't know how I ended up with doing 50, but because there's a lot of variant covers too for retail shops and all that as well. So yes, Rachel. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, writing and drawing. It's a lot of work, but it's so fulfilling to do everything. Like at least learn the process and be able to do that. I mean, I know in Japan they do that quite often, and I think French comics and Italian comics. So it's pretty commonplace. I forgot what I was watching when they were talking about how when was it? It was when they decided that they were going to do like an assembly line almost, like that process of kind of industrializing comic books in a way. So there was like a little bit, someone would do this, and someone else would do something else, and so I'm doing the easy panels first. I don't know if you guys noticed. 50 is a nice round number, Rachel. I don't know if it's 50 though. I wonder if I could find out, because I looked at databases with my name and just to see if they caught the ones that I did, and sometimes they would miss a few things. So I guess I'd have to try to remember that. I usually try to keep at least one of the covers that I do, but sometimes when they sent it to me, I'm no longer living in the place, so I don't have those covers and stuff like that. So open. Comics for Life, a piece that I'm impressed with that I did. I did a Star Wars one. I can show it to you guys really quick because I rarely get to pull this thing. I forgot I even had this thing, this cover, this thing. Let's see here. So this was a variant cover. I forgot who it was for, but this is for Star Wars. And I painted it and airbrushed it, and it's with acrylic and everything. So this was my favorite piece so far. Like, you know what? Let me do this. So I still have this piece. I cannot sell it until I ask Disney for permission. But obviously, I went crazy with the X-Wing because that was my favorite. So no, that was like a bucket list thing. So. So for me, it's like 3 p.m. my time. Read comics on because it's super. Where is it at? Thank you so much, Rachel. Oh, hoo-hoo markers. You know, I have those. I haven't used them yet. I should try it. I wonder if it's dried out already. Doug Chiang. Oh, I loved it. Doug Chiang's work. Inspiring. I love how he uses the multi-liners and the he uses Prisma color or Prisma markers for the to do it like he would back in the day. So what was I doing? See? No. Okay, so he's rolling his eyes. I feel like I have to make this facial expression to do it right, but I won't do it now. Yay, Mr. Docs, what's up? Nice to see you live. Oh yeah, I know. Last Man Walking, his mark making is amazing. That's why I like Scott Richardson's book. because or actually I saw some of his videos where he's using the multi-liners, and it's so sweet to watch. Amazing 444, awesome. Acrylics and watercolor. Do you do the watercolor first and then the acrylic on top, or do you mix them at the same time? Oh, cool. I never thought about doing it that way. Back doing watercolors on top of acrylic. Oh, cool. Echo. I saw that one too. Well, I think I saw that one. Is it Force Awakens? Yeah, it was Force Awakens, and I saw. I think that was the only one I saw in theater. Besides the prequels? Oh wow, Michael. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people that had to do it that way, but there's like so many different techniques, and I'm so amazed by people who could actually add the sound effects or the dialogue on the page itself. It's like I want to get that good, so that it'd be such a breeze for me to just go in and actually do everything, So I should probably watch how the techniques they use to do that on YouTube, because I've seen a couple of them, but it's been a while. Apologies for the crude facial expressions. I'm just trying to workshop how to go about it. So let's see here. Windows come from this way. Okay. Hey Vince. Hello. So I was telling everybody, because I have my script here, about how, when you write full scripts, why it's so important when you work as a team versus how I'm doing it now, where I have a full script, but I've changed quite a bit of stuff here and there. But why it was important for you, Mark and Frank, to look over the script and see the dialogue, and Gabe, back when we were doing Lola and stuff like that. But being able to do full scripts, I think, is important as an artist writer too. That way you could flesh out your ideas and get people's feedback and stuff like that. Even though right now, just for the sake of time and my flow state, I'm not fully writing full scripts for the second half of the book. were coming into the industry. Oh, Guy, I was inspired by just about everybody that was in the industry that you can imagine. Definitely Michael Turner was huge early on, and I have so many friends now that I like just coming up. I like, Joe Benitez obviously was one of them. It's okay. So Vince, I'm going to read what Vince's answer is right now. It's it is so important. So many artists, writers skip the script part, but that is what helps you get better as a writer. The process of writing your thoughts. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Thank you, Vince. That was an awesome answer. So Raynell Leinart, is it because of the IP you can't sell it? I can, but then what they want, so for the Star Wars piece, it's like they want to match it, so they want to decide if they're gonna buy it off of you or not. And if they don't buy it off you, then you could go and sell the original piece. But I didn't get around to confirming all that stuff because we had to get a price for it and everything, and it's just I got so much going on that like trying to sell a Star Wars piece that I was proud of is not my main priority. I guess. Yes, I need that script so bad. And Vince is totally correct in saying that, like, if you're going to be writing it all, yeah, and being able to put that in words because you have to. It's very good to clarify your thoughts and ideas and make sure it's good so that it's not just pretty pictures and stuff like that. I also wrote a screenplay which I have to edit for a documentary, and even a documentary needs a screenplay. So that you're guiding your documentary in a direction that you want it to go. And so I have a full screenplay for that documentary as well. I have to rewrite it because I realize that because it's a real life person, that you have to adjust some of your story to fit and have an ending, like an ending worth watching. So. I don't know. Maybe I'll just skip his nose for now. Because the most important thing about this panel is his eyes, and he's rolling his eyes. I might keep this funny looking anime face where it's not even serious looking. Oh, for sure, Echo. They do go hand in hand, and I think that's why I feel like if you could do one and you're also drawing, you could probably adapt a little bit and do the other thing, which is what I'm trying to do. Get into film and do comic books. Anything to tell a story. His hair looks kind of funny. His face looks funny, but like I said, I just care about his eyes and his mouth. So is there a clear layer before watercolor wash? I normally don't do it that way. If I'm gonna do anything, it'd probably be water. I personally, my strategy is usually watercolor first and then acrylic, because once you put acrylic down, it's stuck, and And then, so I normally don't do it that way, but if I ever did, it's because the acrylic is an accent for the watercolor pieces. Lately I've been using, what is it, that liquid? Let's see, the FW ink. So this is acrylic ink, and this is could be watered down, so it looks like watercolors almost. But I think someone else on here was using watercolor over the acrylic, so. So really want to know about the watercolor over acrylic. It's traditionally fat over lean, and acrylics are water-based, so it would seem that watercolor over acrylic might pull on the acrylic. You know, I'm gonna have to try it myself, you guys. See how it turns out. I mean, I'm all about experimenting, especially if it turns out really neat, so. My microphone and camera are, bumping into each other, so I'm having a hard time drawing the bottom panel. I'm gonna have to put my microphone a little further away, or you know what, maybe right here. Sorry. Here we go. Now I could draw. Okay. This is too short. Let's try this. Let's be brave. Okay, so he's rolling his eyes. All right. I didn't realize how much how much I have to concentrate just to do some of this stuff until now that I'm talking and you know, see, I can't even do it. As soon as my hand moves, I stop talking. It's so hard to do. Yeah, it takes a lot of concentration just to work on hair. Like that pencil. Ooh, I would love to sculpt more. It's been a while, and I did it wrong when I first started doing it. It was so much clay and not enough scale, you know, structure for the is it animatic. So my sculpt would always fall apart. So my partner, I would play some more Uncharted with him, and I watched end of the stream on the replay and see you. Okay, cool, man. So refilms, we'll see you on the other side, on the Discord and stuff. So I don't know if Discord blocked, I think it said 25 people from joining the first day, because I think there was so much traffic to it. It was unusual because I just built the Discord the day before, and so they blocked a few people. And Vince, I don't think I saw your name on there unless you had a new... Yeah, I didn't see your name on there the first day, so I don't know if Discord stopped you from joining, I guess, the channel. But I guess we'll see after today if that happens again. Bliss Boulevard shop. Yes, it said I couldn't, but I'll try again today. Oh, thanks, Vince. I just want to make sure that, yeah, it wasn't something, I didn't realize that was going to happen because it was like an automated thing that Discord did, and I got a message from them, so it blocked 25 attempts, and I was like, I thought maybe my server was getting attacked because I was paranoid about that, but it turns out it was just the amount of traffic coming in. It looked like it was being a bunch of bots or something like that. Yes, have fun playing Uncharted. Is it the original Uncharted? I could not play that game. It was so hard. I suck at those type of games. Comic Addiction. Hello. I'm jumping around so much. Thank you so much, the odd contenders. I appreciate you being here. Is this your first time? How large does the paper have to fit 4 rows of 10 and enough space so it won't be cluttered? 4 rows of 10. How large does paper? Well, I know that whatever panels I have, it has to fit within this 11 by 17 format, just because this is a standard comic size, so you would have to shrink your panels down quite a bit. 4 rows of 10. Yeah, how many panels can you fit if it's 11? So yeah, it's quite a few panels. It would have to be super small. Oh, Echo. So what time is it for you right now? You could experiment with getting 22 by 28 poster board if you want it more detailed. Yeah, I know for sure you could. But then I'm trying to streamline my own process, so I'm like super lazy about changing anything that I have no control over. I mean, I tried, I think, which comic, I think for one of the Lola issues, I did do 12 by 18, and then I gave myself more work to do. There's some artists that actually draw, it's called 1-to-1. So if the comic book is 6 by 10, their page size is like 6 by 10. I think Matteo did that for his book. So it was fairly small, and then that just, it sped up his process quite a bit. I think if I was going to do like a fully painted book, I would make the pages much bigger, so it's a lot like Alex Ross or something. Oh yeah, my scanner is I think the largest is like 13 by 17 or 18. Yeah, it's like 13 by 18 is the largest that my printer could, or scanner could scan. It's almost 6:30 a.m. Oh, so if I were to want to make sure I stream at a good time where you're not like super tired, I wonder what time that would be. It'd be like 6 in the morning for me, I think. Have a great weekend, Echoes. Thank you for hanging out with us again. See you in the Discord as well. Aw, Pocky tattoo would be kind of cool, Morris. Oh, UFC, the tasteful thickness. Well, I'm probably gonna be done in about half an hour too, so perfect timing. We are doing a Christmas stroll today, or is it? Yeah, in downtown. So I think John's getting ready right now, and that's why I'm all fancy pants today, wearing my nice sweater, because we're gonna go out and walk around downtown. And I can hear the wind right now, and it's freezing out there, so I'm not looking forward to it. I went and bought like really thick socks just to make sure my toes didn't fall off today. And I'm hoping they have like some cool snacks, and some art galleries are open. I don't know, and I need more ornaments on my tree. So, because I tried to, I did the origami, and I think after I did like 15, it was just way too much work. So state of the art, my scanner is a Epson Workforce 7720, I think. I keep forgetting if it's 20 or 10. Man, it is cold. I don't know if I want to go out there, but I gotta eat dinner, so. You know what? I do have those wool socks. That's what I bought yesterday, the Tasteful Thickness. It's called, starts with a D. Yeah, it's those dang tough wool socks. They're pretty thick. Ooh, the WF7820. I wonder how much better that is than the one that I have. I'm so glad that they're not expensive nowadays, though. Remember how expensive scanners used to be? Okay, let's switch again. Oh man, that wind is no joke. Yeah, I know. I used to live in Washington State, so the it's it's wet all the time and cloudy, but it's not like freezing cold. Did you put that in the Discord channel? Oh, did you? Sorry, I missed what you said. I'm sorry. Can you repeat your question again? State of the heart. Goodbye, amazing 444. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, the scanner. No, I did not. Not yet. I guess I should do that too. Because I think I have the paper and all that, but I didn't put the scanner. So let me update the, I think my supply list to have that and maybe the software. Oh my God, I just got the chills all of a sudden. It's freezing. So yeah, my scanner is a Workforce 7720 and I will put that in the Discord. Thank you for reminding me. Because all I think I put in there was just like drawing materials. I didn't put my software and stuff like that. Oh, thank you so much, sorry, Mal, my life X 992. Thank you. When did you have time to be streaming of your inking this piece? When is the next time? I think I'll do it Saturday, over Bucks. Next Saturday during our holiday party. We're gonna have a party, I think, with my ugly Christmas sweater that I still have to go and get because the one I wanted, spoiler alert, it had Bob Ross's face on it. It was too big on Amazon, so I'm like, I am not gonna wear an extra large Bob Ross ugly Christmas sweater and spend, it was like $45. So I'm gonna have to get one somewhere locally. Thank you so much, Cleaver. So here, this is where he's just like staring his brother down. I think I'm having a hard time drawing because there's so much stuff on my desk, and then the camera's in a weird angle, and every time I push the paper up, it just gets shoved to the back of my desk. So, because right now this feels comfortable doing this panel right here. So he's like in his brother's face. Oh, thank you so much as well, State of the Heart pre-visuals. Oh, so Wednesday, your birthday is next week? Awesome. Well, I'm gonna have to get myself a birthday hat too. Well, I guess if I got like the New Year's hats, those party hats, then maybe that could double up as a birthday hat slash holiday hat. See, I'm kind of subtly making facial expressions without showing you guys my face. No, I don't use Blue Line, State of the Heart. I used to, and then I just didn't like how it left, because I kept erasing. I'm not a very clean penciler, and it just left all these residues. And I like using magenta though, because for coloring over it, because I used to have to color on the page itself, like with Lola. So anything that was left behind, you'd be able to see it, and so I never really fully utilized it, I guess. I did it a couple times. awesome, Michael Richardson. Yeah, it's a lifesaver. Back in the day, and I still have this little scanner. It only does 8.5 by 11, and I'd have to scan my pages in like 4 sections and then stitch it up manually in Photoshop. Those were the days, and it was not fun. But now we have I have this big scanner, and so the only time I have to stitch things up is when I'm doing a double page spread, so it's 11 by 17 times 2. So Rachel. Last Man Walking. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could do it because I love the way that blue line pencils feel. It's a lot like colored pencil, so it's really smooth when you draw it and everything looks clean. But I just, yeah, because I like to color on my pages and stuff, and I also like how graphite looks, because if I use blue line, then I don't get to use my pencils, all these amazing pencils that I have, which is too much. An emoticon junkie. Yeah, Rachel, me too. Speaking of emoticons, I think when I get the premium Discord, I could go ahead and make my own emojis of like Pocky and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool? Oops, sorry. Covered his face. Lamps flat, yes. Pocky emojis. The funny thing is, and this is our inside joke, right? Remember the nuggets and stuff? So the only time that Pocky actually makes any expression that's worth talking about is when he gets his Happy's nuggets. But if he doesn't get those nuggets, which is most of the time, he has one facial expression. So the emojis would consist of him happy with those blue nuggets from the comic book, and then just a plain face, nothing special. So it's only 2 different emojis. Ooh, 7840. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Might be time for me to upgrade to a new printer scanner. Oh god, those were the days. Those are the days I don't miss, scanning and then stitching things up. I felt really good when I did it right, but most of the time it didn't look all that great. It was way more work than I wanted to do. I'm just gonna put a band-aid on top of his nose because, you know, because why not? And then toilet paper coming out of his nose. So it's kind of silly. Michael. Yeah, I know. That would be funny. Or like like a Doctor Strange's cape. Oh, the hand scanners. I remember those. I always wanted one because they were so small, but then at the same time, they were expensive. And yeah, you're right. It probably didn't work that well. Let's get his pose right before I start drawing his face. But yeah, toilet paper, nose, and a band-aid. Okay, let's get this thing going. I have this urge to make faces right now. Even though I probably don't need it, it makes me draw expressions better. Even though I'm not looking at myself in the mirror, but thank you so much, Richard. Will the recording be in this broadcast or another broadcast? It will probably be this one. So as soon as I'm done streaming, it's just gonna have a live, like a replay, I guess. Nice line work. Yeah. Cleaver. Yeah, I know, right? Like. Michael White. I remember that saying too. Your face is gonna stay that way. I'm gonna try to get this guy's face done, Shin's face. And then I think I'm gonna call it a stream in a few minutes. It feels nice to be able to do pages live because I'm also getting my work done. So that means every time I stream, I get more work done. And there's never enough hours in a day, especially when it comes to deadlines. I'm just going to indicate his gesture right now because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it this way, but it's good to flesh this out because obviously, so that I could come back and look at it and see what I could do better. Because right now my lines are like chicken scratches. So if you notice the difference between some of these other panels where it's not chicken scratches. Yeah, I know. I mean, imagine if I, you know, I would just draw something pretty just because I know that maybe it would look good on my YouTube thumbnail. That wouldn't be productive. So, and I feel like I could, by talking about this, it makes it so that my ideas are a lot more solid and well thought out. Whereas if, yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's just try to do a bunch of things at once. Yeah, they say when you have to teach or explain something, then you have a better understanding of it. That's what I was trying to say, of what you're doing and why you do it. So that's why I like doing this. He's wiping. No, he's. I think maybe side view because he's. So this one's going to be very specific because he's going to be cleaning blood off his face, his brother's face. So maybe with his right hand. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is draw on the corner to try to get this angle right. So usually I'll go like panel. So for panel 2, because you see this crude little drawing, and it's so cold. So I could figure out what angle to use. So maybe side angle, so you could see. I think I want to spend more time on this panel because I want this one to not only be silly, but it's like their bonding moment in a way where he's cleaning his brother's face, his wounds. And I feel like I need to act this part out right here, so. So that would be from the side view. But maybe I want him leaning forward a little bit more. So he's kind of like being thoughtful about cleaning his nose. Like when they were little kids, you know? He would take care of his little brother. So I want that same kind of vibe and feeling of intimacy and reconnecting, taking care of his brother. So he's leaning in while his brother is just kind of like leaning back a little bit. You know, he's in pain, but it's a subtle, a little subtle nuance for like their relationship right now. So. You like my cute little doodle? Saint's face. Okay, so I'm gonna put a star here and say intermit. So chances are, the way that I have it right now, I don't like this panel. I don't like his face. He's not gonna have a face. I think I want to work on the gesture for his body first before I worry about the face. So he's gonna remain blank until next time, or until I get back to drawing it. Good night, Stefan. Thank you for hanging out with us again, and I will hopefully see you next week. I'll try not to catch a cold, but I almost caught a cold yesterday. I felt like my head was getting really tight and everything, and my nose is starting to run. Hey, you're back, JD. Oh, cool. Well, you got to catch the very end of this. Glove. So this glove is actually used for Cintiqs, or for drawing digitally, I guess, because of your hand getting hot and stuff. But I use it for, I think it worked really well for traditional art because I draw over everything, and it's used to smear a lot on my pages. So I learned to use it for just drawing traditionally and inking. It helps from smudging. And I bought a couple of those already. So I think I need a new one now. So. Last Man Walking. I think after this weekend, after I finish my friend's cover, I could get some good sleep on Sunday, I think, and then I could start rolling with this book, and I'm so excited. I do have heating Michael White, but the problem is when I turn on the heat, it makes a loud like humming sound, and so you guys would hear it in the background, and it would probably drive you nuts. That's why I don't have it on when I'm streaming. So. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna finish the pencils before next week so we could ink this page. But chances are, since I'm gonna have 5 days before that, I'm gonna start penciling a bunch more pages. So we will pick a page to ink that I think would be fun and interesting next week. For the Christmas party, yeah, white noise. Oh, that humming sound, you would not like it. So let me scroll up and say bye to you guys. Some people already got tired and went to bed, so perfect timing. Have you ever thought of in case I miss it, drawing a K-pop demon hunter, and also will you do any popular characters in the Xmas theme? I don't know. I think I might just do ink one of these pages, or we might do half inking and then half like a popular character. We could do demon hunters, I guess. Yeah, K-pop. But let me see. I'm gonna get ready for the holiday stroll in downtown, so I'm gonna go say goodbye to some of you. Some people have already left, so okay. So Dave Thomas, Cleaver, of course, Robert 19931. I like saying numbers. I need to get faster at that. Rachel, Comic Addiction, Dave Thomas, State of the Art, Michael White. Let's see. Vince, of course. Arthur, of course. I Morris, Ogre, Buckets, Flamey James. Oh, awesome. Thank you for joining us for the first time. That's amazing. Hope to see you next week as well for the party. Wednesday Davis, Robbie Digital, Peas. And I'm sure I'm missing somebody. If I missed your name, I apologize. I will try to, if you say bye at the bottom, then I'm pretty sure I could say bye as well. Richard Willis, of course. JD, thank you for stopping by again. Let's partay next week, Robert. All right, you guys, I will see you in a few days. I'm like, what day? I don't know. We might stream one more time if there's something for me to show you guys. So let me move this out of the way. Thank you guys as well. Hello, first time here. Aguilar Artist, awesome. Thank you for joining us. The Last Man Walking, thank you. Okay, you guys, well, I will see you next week. Bye.